Paranormal experience.
Hello, thank you all for being here. I am Gloria Harmon from the S.A.D Paranormal Research Institute, and this is Dr. Isaac Lund, head of the Parapsychology Department at Munster College.
Now, we are quite interested with your case, as your encounter has yielded verifiable evidence proving the existence of ghosts.
Yeah, this is wild, man. It's just like 3 buds hanging out in a hotel and now we like see dead people.
Can you tell us what happened when the entity first appeared?
Yeah. There was like, I don't know, in my room and I felt like all goosebumpy and stuff. There was like this weird glowing presence. Her name was Abigail and she needed my help to like cross over.
Yeah, I was in the hotel room and I was watching TV. And I was watching Ant-Man and the Wasp and I was really liking it. It was like really cool. I find the idea of like shrinking people like exciting. I don't know. I just like that way.
Right, that's great, but can you focus on your contact with the spirit?
Yeah, so Arthur, he appeared and he was in a crisp suit and a really friendly smile. He clearly had some unfinished business here.
And what about you, Mrs. Pyatt?
Yeah, a little different for me. I first got the hunch that something strange was afoot when I yawned and 1,000 bees flew out of my open mouth.
And did an entity also materialize before you?
Oh yeah, except for my ghost. He came out of the TV ring style. And this guy, picture Danny DeVito got hit by a train, right? And he says, "I'm Toby, let's go!" And he yanks me out of my bed. Mind you, I'm just wearing my PJs, which is a pair of wool socks and an Ophir t-shirt. So I'm running through the halls, giving the guests a real good view of my fuzzy and my scuzzy. And between you, me, and the coconut tree, sir, it's a jungle down there. I don't have a putting green so much as a big old ditch that looks like it's been maintained by the RM of Lake Level.
You too also led away by these spirits.
You know, Abigail, she just grabbed my hand and led me to the chateau across the street. It was like I was some kind of messenger.
Yeah, Arthur, he took me to the Midway Theater and it looked like a bit of a homecoming for him.
What? These two are making pottery with Patrick Swayze. Meanwhile, Beetlejuice has me on one of those bird scooters looking for his ex-girlfriend Shayna's apartment. My shirt's snapping like a sail in a stiff breeze, so my gravy tunnel and my baby tunnel are on full display. Cars are slowing down, they're honking their horns, they're screaming, "Put some pants on!" Look at me, still stopping traffic at 27 years old.
You're only 27? I'm sorry. Now, what was this unfinished business the spirits needed you for?
Abigail, she took me to the bedside of the sleeping little broad. It was her daughter. She said, "Tell her she was right."
Yeah, Arthur, he started to sing and dance on stage, and suddenly the whole theater was like it was in its prime. It was magical. It was like watching Honey, I Shrunk the Kids for the first time.
Well, once again, I take the road less traveled by. And that has made all the difference. Because when we got to Shayna's apartment, Toby says that in order for him to cross over, I've got to upper deck that bitch's toilet.
I'm sorry, upper deck?
Oh, yeah. Ever the gentleman, Toby says that's when you do your business in the toilet tank instead of the toilet bowl. Only problem is, I don't gotta go. No torpedo in the tube. You get what I'm saying, ma'am?
Yes, I do. Go on, please continue.
Right, so I head into Shayna's bathroom, right? And pardon me, Tony, but I put one foot over here on the TP holder and I put one over here on the sink. I'm in a full Van Damme split, right? Trying to get an assist from gravity. I'm pushing and I'm shaking and I'm real fiend strainer, you know? I'm pushing it. No, I got nothing. Nothing. Not even a pellet. Nothing. I got nothing. So, after 30 minutes, it became clear that the gopher, groundhog, one of those two, was not going to see his shadow. So I called it. I mean, it wasn't the perfect way to end the night, but at least I wasn't alone on my birthday.
Well, happy belated birthday. How did the spirits depart?
Well, there was like a warm, glowing light that appeared, and I don't know if it was heaven or what, but Abigail, she just smiled and like walked right into it.
Yeah, the same light came for Arthur. As he went through it, I had to give him a standing ovation.
Well, see, that really rips my nips. Because my ghost just bailed on me, poof, and he's gone. Just in time for Shayna to get home. So I scooch myself out of the window and I shimmy down the drain pipe. But I'm still not wearing any pants, so I'm giving the neighborhood a good display of my please humping and my cheese trumpet. And I'm thinking to myself, damn it, Michelle, you can't be putting yourself through this. No 27-year-old can withstand this kind of torture. It's almost as bad as crowd surfing in the St. Brew Hall. Knowing there's nobody in the first 5 rows.
Well, thank you all so much for participating in our little study here. If you don't mind, we'd like to take you back for just a few more quick tests.
Well, that's great. Do you have an electric shock therapy machine back there? I've always wanted to try one, and my back's killing me.